Welcome to the first lesson of OSOYOO Servo Steer Smart Car for Raspberry Pi. In this lesson, we will install the framework of the OSOYOO Servo Steer Smart Car for Raspberry Pi and simply introduce the hardware of this robot. All lessons are based on the framework of this lesson. Please follow this lesson carefully. Step 1, Hardware Installation. Please prepare all parts as above shows. Fix motor holders on the lower chassis with 8 pieces M3.5 x 12 screws, M3.5 nuts and M3.5 rubber washers. From top to bottom, use M3.5 x 12 screws cross lower chassis, motor holder, 3.5 rubber washer and then 3.5 nut. You need to place the hole of the motor in a line with the hole of the motor holder. Cross motor holder, use M3 x 8 screws to fix motor on motor holder. Install motor flexible couplers on motors and use cup point screws to fix motor flexible couplers on motor. Use L-type hex wrench cross the hole of cup point screw to insert it in motor flexible couplers a little. The shaft from the motor has a flat area on it. Make sure that cup point screws are positioned on this flat. Install motor flexible couplers on motors, then fix cup point screws in motor flexible coupler to make sure the motor flexible couplers on motors tightly. Install OSOYOO Model X motor driver module to lower car chassis with 4 pieces M2.5 plastic screws, plastic pillars and plastic nuts. You can install 4 plastic pillars on the lower chassis with M2.5 plastic nuts firstly. Please make sure you install the OSOYOO Model X motor driver module in correct direction. Fix the OSOYOO Model X motor driver module on the plastic pillars with M2.5 plastic screws. Fix servo motor on servo motor holder with M3x10 screws and M3 nuts. Use M3x10 screws to cross the hole of the servo motor holder, then the hole of the servo motor, and at last fix these with M3 nuts. Use M3x10 screws cross servo motor holder with servo motor, lower chassis and nut to fix servo motor on lower chassis. Install M3x4+6 copper pillar on servo horn. Install servo horn on servo motor and install M2x10 screw on the each sides of servo horn. Push 4x8x4 roller bearing into back of RC steering cup tightly. Push 4x12x4 roller bearing into front of RC steering cup tightly. Use M4x20 screw cross RC steering cup. Fix motor flexible couplers on M4x20 screw with cup point screws. Fix RC steering cups on lower car chassis with M2.2x8 self-tapping screws. Install M3x22 copper pillars beside of RC steering cups with M3x10 screws. Install triangular acrylic sheets on M3x22 copper pillars and RC steering cups. Fix triangular acrylic sheets on RC steering cups with M2.2x8 self-tapping screws. Fix these on the M3x22 copper pillars with M3x10 screws. Fix two connecting rods with rod radial end bearings, and make sure the lengths of these are about 62 mm and 82 mm. Install 2 ends of 82 mm connecting rod under RC steering cups with 2 pieces M2.2x8 self-tapping screw. When installing 82 mm connecting rod, please keep the heads of 2 RC steering cups parallel, or you need to adjust the length of this connecting rod. Install one end of 62 mm connecting rod on left RC steering cup with M2.2x8 self-tapping screw and the other end on M3x4+6 copper pillar with M3x8 screw. When installing 62 mm connecting rod, please keep the servo horn perpendicular to the microservo, or you need to adjust the length of this connecting rod. Install 4 wheels on motor flexible couplers with M4x6 screws. From bottom to top, use M3x8 cross M3 wash, lower chassis and M3x45 copper pillar to fix M3x45 copper pillar on low chassis. Use M2.5 plastic pillar cross Raspberry Pi and M2.5x13 plastic pillar from bottom to top and fix 2 pieces M2.5x13 plastic pillars on Raspberry Pi. Fix 2 pieces M2.5 plastic pillars on upper chassis. Install 2 pieces M2.5 plastic screws under the chassis and 2 pieces M2.5 plastic screws on Raspberry Pi. Fix 18,650 battery box on upper chassis with M3x10 screws and M3 nuts. Install voltage meter on upper car chassis with 2 pieces M2.5 plastic screws, plastic pillars and plastic nut. Insert OSOYOO PWM HAT v1.0 on Raspberry Pi. You may get a black OSOYOO PWM HAT v1.0 in the package. Step 2, Connection. Connect right motor to OSOYOO Model X motor driver module K1 or K2 socket. Connect left motor to OSOYOO Model X motor driver module K3 or K4 socket. Connect OSOYOO Model X motor driver module to OSOYOO PWM HAT v1.0 with 6-pin female-to-female jumper wire and 2-pin 20 cm x h 2.54 female jumper wire. ENA to PWM 0. ENB to PWM 1. IN1 to pin 16. IN2 to pin 18. IN3 to pin 13. IN4 to pin 15. 12 volts GND socket to V-out socket. Connect servo motor to PWM 15 of OSOYOO PWM HAT v1. Please make sure the orange cable connect to pin PWM 15. Connect voltage meter to OSOYOO Model X motor driver module with 3-pin female-to-female jumper wires. Please connect VTVCC GND of voltage meter to V0 12 volts GND of OSOYOO Model X motor driver module. Connect 18650 battery box to the red socket of OSOYOO PWM HAT v1.0. Connect upper chassis to lower chassis with 6 copper pillars and fix copper pillars with M3x8 screws and M3 washes. Please install your 18650 batteries in battery box correctly. Please check polar direction carefully, otherwise it can destroy your device and cause fire hazard. You need to turn on the switch on battery case and switch on OSOYOO PWM-HAT V1.0 when you power on the car at the first time.